Right guys, welcome back to the channel. Let's start this video here. A few weeks ago, we did a top 10 video series on bars, and we're going to do that again with this video. But it's going to be top 10 bars that we've loved and we've lost. They're long gone. Now, I'm pretty sure we've missed out quite a few. So if you've got any suggestions, leave them in the comments and we'll perhaps make it a video in the future. Let's kick off with number 10. At number 10, we thought we'd put the famous show bar / go-go Angel Wish on Soi 15 Walking Street.
This place was built from the ground up into a round gladiator amphitheatre shaped stage. The seats were more akin to a cinema slope and the shows were absolutely stunning.
One quirky feature about this place was the two-way mirror in the toilets, so you could have a sneaky pee and still see the show. We never understood why it closed down, but my guess is that showgirls are hard to find and also hard to keep.
If we fast forward to 2025, we can see that the Sapphire Group have rebuilt the area into a nightclub called Akira. We are happy that the area finally got some love as it lay empty for a long time after Angel Wish closed down.
At number 9, we've got the Malibu Show Bar located on Soi Post Office.
Many will remember the fun cabaret shows that took place every night. With audience participation and reasonable priced drinks, this place was full every night. Many folks sat across the road at FLB Bar and could still enjoy the show. Nowadays, the large unit that the Malibu took is taken by just another boring 7-Eleven. Malibu was a great loss to Pattaya tourists.
At number 8, we head back to Walking Street and we find Champion Agogo. This was somewhat a hidden gem. You had to go along a long walkway just to find the door.
Once inside, the bar and staging was very TQ-like, and they'd done lots of naughty shows in between the normal dance routines. The staff were friendly, and I only have good memories of this place. The land where Champion stood is now taken by the Indian Jeanette Club. There is a side door up Soi Lucky Store that has a Champion name, but we haven't been in it to see if it's anything like the original Champion.
Moving on to number 7, and we're heading to Soi 7. It was kind of centre point between Soi 7 and Soi 8. We're going to group two establishments together, not because they're next door to each other, but because they've got the same owner. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Worldwide Agogo and its live music counterpart, We Are the World. Worldwide Agogo was mainly an old school show type Agogo with all the bells and all the whistles.
Expect balloons to be popped by flying darts and razor blades to run the length of the bar. Next door, We Are the World Bar was one of the most popular live music places. Everyone will remember Tequila Grandma. Nowadays, the Worldwide Agogo unit is taken over by a Burger King, and We Are the World became Lisa on the Beach.
At number 6, it's time to bring in the big guns and the big names. Let's go down Soi 15 off Walking Street and head to Baby Dolls Agogo.
Baby Dolls was everything that was good about Pattaya. Lots of girls dancing, soft pad areas, jacuzzis and a decent cheap beers. It was always a well-run place with celebrity managers such as Ricky, Lips Lounge now, Larry and Paul, Misty's and of course Mr. Egg.
The closest thing you'll get nowadays is the Windmill Club. And it's no surprise the owners are partly the same. And also there's an old manager that used to manage Baby Dolls and he's also now the manager of Windmill, ironically.
On the spot now is a Thai bar called Barco, and we should also give a notable mention to What's Up Agogo directly opposite Baby Dolls. Maybe that's for another top 10.
We're now halfway through the list of bars we've lost in Pattaya, and that brings us on to number 5, the Blues Factory.
The Blues Factory was located at the back of Soi Lucky Store, also known as Soi Marina Plaza. The place was touted as the only live music bar that was air-conditioned.
This may have been home to the famous guitarist Snowman and the famous Filipino singer Mary, but they never took the spotlights off the main man, Lam Morrison.
As of 2025, we see that the old building is taken over by the Republic nightclub. I guess that the demographic of Walking Street now means it would never have survived anyway. Rest in peace, the Blues Factory.
At number 4, we're heading up Second Road and just past the avenue. This place used to be a very famous daytime agogo, almost similar to TQ's. And we are, of course, talking about Tim Beer Bar.
Well, Beer bar in the front and rock and roll agogo in the rear. This place oozed atmosphere, and every now and again the girls would fight over customers. It reminded me of one of those American titty bars, where the bar played behind chicken wire whilst the bottles of beer flew around the bar.
Today, the unit is still owned by the same group, which is the Tim Group. It's now an upmarket craft beer place called Beer Tech.
I'm sure many of you still miss Tim Beer Bar Agogo. What a place.
At number 3, we just couldn't leave out the most famous pickup joint in town, Bar Bamboo, which is Marine Disco.
Marine Disco seemed like it's been here since Pattaya was invented and was probably a popular place for the American GIs. The famous escalator to the disco was more famous than the one at Swampy Airport that takes you to departures now. If you remember, you went past the old Peppermint. It was also one of the only places in town that allowed ladyboys inside. Marine Disco. I really miss this one. It was one of my favourite places. Again, the demographics in Walking Streets have changed, plus the pandemic put the nail in the coffin of Marine Disco. Today, in its place, we have the recently built Boss Club, which caters for the rising number of Indian tourists. I guess Pattaya has to transform in relation to the most popular visitors. Goodbye, Marine Disco. It's been a blast.
Moving on to number 2, and we simply could not leave this one out. It's the famous Institute on Walking Street, FLB Bar.
FLB stood for Freelancers Bar and was probably one of the best bars on the planet. It had live music, dancing coyotes on the bar area, and one of the first internet chat rooms live in the corner where punters worldwide could buy the girls drinks. If that's not innovation for you, what is?
The famous Jewel in FLB Bar was the singer, and she produced some great music videos, such as A Kiss Is Just a Kiss in Pattaya City.
Oh, a kiss is so much more in Pattaya City. A kiss is not a kiss when you're not here. Please come back again to FLB Bar. Miss you more and more each day as time goes by.
Many of you mongers out there will always remember the famous American named Martin who took care of FLB.
This was when bars were communities and not faceless corporate entities. FLB Bar is now a club called Cave and a Turkish kebab shop, which makes you think about the size of what's behind the door, because FLB Bar was huge.
And now we arrive at our number 1 spot at the bars that have long gone in Pattaya. Who do you think it is? Why don't you pause that video, make a comment now and guess who it is. Don't worry if you didn't guess right, we'll maybe keep the suggestion for round 2 of another video. Drum roll please. We thought the number 1 bar that is loved and lost in Pattaya City is X-Zone of Soy 16.
This is definitely a case of if you know, you know. The complex was called Convent Garden and was located on the 2nd floor. Other famous bars here were Boucher with its glass upper floor and Cats and Babewatch. Mr. Egg was the man at the helm of X-Zone. And let's just say, many a man lost his watch in that joint. Who would have thought a rubber gloves would be needed in Pattaya?
So that is our top 10 bars that we sorely miss in Pattaya. Every bar on that list had its special place in Pattaya, and every bar is missed. Some would say it's not the same as it used to be. But what I will say is those bars shape the future of Pattaya in 2025. During our research of this video, we found out that we could have made probably a top 30, top 40 long lost bars. So let us know in the comments and we'll make another video and then add them in for another top 10 videos. Pattaya, what a city guys. Thank you very much for watching and we'll catch you on the next one.